Hi, Professor. This is Harsha originally from India, now studying Information Technology Management in Webster, Orlando Metro Campus. This is my second master's, and yeah, I have already done master's in Industrial Engineering and Management in India and worked as a system analyst for 1.5 years. Now pursuing Information Technology Management in Webster. So that's of me, and the three chapters which I like are database systems and big data. That's the third chapter, I think. Yeah, that's one of the chapter which I like, because database is a well designed, organized and carefully managed collection of data. Like other components of an information system, a database should help an organization and achieve its goals. A database can contribute to organization success by providing managers, decision makers with the timely and accurate, relevant information which is built in the data itself. And database also helps companies to analyze the information which they get to reduce costs, increase profits, and attract new customers. Track past business activities so that they can minimize the cost where they are losing money. And yeah, and a database management system is managing the whole database with a group of programs so that they can access and manage all the data in the relevant period. Yeah, a DBMS system, also known as like database management system, is a single point management and control over the data resources to be critical to be maintaining the integrity and the security of data. A database and a DBMS and the application programs that use the data make up a database environment. And yeah, so most of the organizations, as they deal with rapidly increasing amounts of information, most organizations have many database. However, with a good data management system, it is without a good data management system, it is nearly impossible to anyone to have the right related information so that they can take the business critical making decisions. Whereas the second part of the chapter 3, it deals with the big data. Big data is term used or described as the data collection that are enormous, or like the terabytes. That's more than like 1000 GB, and more of a complex data. Most of the big companies which use these are like Google, Amazon, Uber, because they have a lot of data which they need to analyze and make business decision, so that they can use that decision and implement the decision and make great use to develop the business. For example, big data, AWS public data sets by Amazon, and Facebook graph by Facebook, and even our FBI uses crime reports data so that they can analyze the data and use it to solve the cases, whereas an FBI and to solve the issues in Facebook and Amazon. That's how they are growing, to be fact. And secondly, we have a chapter number 6, which is business intelligence and analytics. Now, once we have the data, this part comes into play. A business intelligence or a BI includes a wide range of applications, practices, or technologies for the extraction, information integration, visualization, and analyzing and interpretation of the data which is present to support improvised decision making. This is the second part, where we already have the data, and now we need to interpret or analyze the data so that we can make a good decision now. Many organizations use this data to build a large collection of data called as data warehouses. You already heard of the Amazon data warehouse, which is in Hyderabad in India. Maybe if you're not, there is a big data house in Hyderabad in India, and may access the which consists of users details personally, including all the details like They track what are the items you buy in Amazon, what are the things you browse in Facebook, so that they can give you a customized experience based on your relevant searches, relevant likes in Facebook. Yeah, the goal of the business intelligence is to get the most out of information and present the result to analyze in easy to understand manner that the layman can understand. Yeah, here comes the role of data analyst or data scientist, uh, where they do all this work in using different BIs. Most of the BIs use spreadsheets, Excels for data, and reporting and querying tools, data visualization tools, analytical processing, and data mining, and there are many more. And these BIs also use softwares from well-known Microsoft, which is Power BI, and there's something from Oracle as well, which is just named as BI, Oracle BI, and there are a few with SAS and SAP. So using this business intelligence tools, they can make a decision by analyzing the data. Now I have discussed about chapter 3 and 6. Now we are going to chapter 9, where once the data is collected and which is analyzed, now and the decision has been made. Now the third chapter deals with something different, where this data which is used against us or against a company, which is also known as like cybercrime, security breach, information. The chapter named as cybercrime and information system security. This chapter shows us how organization must take strong measures to ensure secure, private, and reliable computing experience for their employees, customers, and business partners. Computer crime is a serious and rapidly growing crime nowadays, which is grabbing the management attention. And this chapter main objective is to explain why the computer incidents are so prevalent, and identify and describe the important types of computer exploits or perpetrators and their impact on the company and the society. Which this chapter also describes of the EMS of the strong security program, which most of the companies are using now, and still, though they are most of the hackers are breaching them, still how to improve that security level for an organization or an individual. Most of the cybercrimes are done by the hackers. Okay, so we'll in this chapter we learn about different types of hackers. Some of them are known as black hat hackers, as cyber terrorists. Cyber terrorists are someone who uses the data from an organization or an individual person, or like someone from the FBI or the government agencies, use their data and attack civilians. Those are known as cyber terrorists. And there are cyber criminals as well. Criminals are someone who attack an organization using the data from the organization. At the end, it still affects the organization or the company. At the end, it affects the end user as well, as in like the common people. Regarding that, how they are going to attack or how they are going to use our data or get our data, they use small viruses called ransomware, worms, spam mails. I think many of them heard about the spam mails, right? So spam mails are something like they have a code or virus attached to it. Once you open it, boom, all the details, all our bank details, all our personal data, which may be affect us and common people as well, those data will will be accessed by the hackers and use it for the gain and attack normal people. And there's something called as Trojan horses. Yeah, it is same as the other. And this chapter also explains how do you prevent these cyber attacks. uh, let us take an example of an organization. How do you prevent cyber attacks? There are so many type of attacks, but there is so many ways to control that, minimize the attack. Some of them are very simple and very easy to do as well. First thing is educating your employees, contract workers, preventing using other than the corporate laptops, like simply using the personal laptop to gain access to a corporate. It's very hard, it's going to affect. And corporates are incorporating firewalls in the laptops, and installing antiviruses and conducting periodic audits as well. These are the ways which now the organizations are doing, and they need to increase that. And this is something this chapter focuses on. And regarding the takeaways about all these three chapters are: I learned how data is extracted and used to make a good decision, and how to prevent the data breach as well. Yeah, now I get it. I already said I have been working as a system analyst for 1.5 years, so now I get it why the security and antiviruses are important. I know why, but I know the implications of the data breach now. And now I'm going to keep that in mind and do all the necessary actions so that no data breaches ever happened where I work. And how the data is collected and how it can be used. I know how to access them as well after this learning about these chapters. And yeah, this and the assignment which I did regarding big data and the data breach as well, which helped me a lot, which I learned googling through various stuffs and various things. And yeah, thank you, Professor, for giving me this opportunity to explain my views and what I have learned. And thank you so much.